Here's 4 simple ways to break into the product management industry no matter what country you're from. Hi, my name is AJ. I'm the CEO of Entry Level and previously the Chief Product Officer and Head of Product at multiple different companies. There's never been a more exciting time to dive into the product management space, especially since there are so many new companies popping up with venture capital funding. However, a lot of us are wondering, how do you break into the space? I'm going to talk through 4 different principles that you can use to try and break into the industry. Having been in mechanical engineering myself and breaking into the industry with very little experience, I can tell you from first-hand experience that it's very possible. Number 1, find an associate product management program. With all these new companies popping up, there are companies that are sort of hitting the 100-person team member mark and they're looking for associate product managers, especially in the tech industry. So you should keep an eye out for these programs. However, these are very intensely competitive programs and you may find it difficult with little experience under your belt to even get these entry-level positions. So even though that was probably the most basic piece of advice I can give you, the other 3 tips will help you get over that line. Number 2, so this one is probably less obvious, but you can join hackathons and just get experience working with makers. Now, this one was a really interesting one because I haven't seen too many product managers sort of get experience this way, but it's a very quick way to get experience over a couple of months. Now, what I did was I went and joined these hackathons and I built teams with designers and developers and other people. And you get experience in 1, project managing the entire thing, which is a critical skill in product management, thinking through what the product needs to have. So doing custom interviews, yes, even during a hackathon, you just have to do it very quickly, and planning out all the features, wireframing, things like that are very unique experiences that you can have. So getting experience building product from 0 to 1 very, very quickly, repeatably, is a very interesting skill set. So join hackathons, work with other makers in any capacity. That will give you a lot of experience as a product manager at the very beginning. Number 3, so ask your manager if you can have some PM experience. Now, what's very interesting is a lot of these companies, depending on where you're from, and companies that are not inherently technology companies may not have a product management function. Now, this is perfect because what you can pitch to your manager or your CEO is say, hey, I'm happy to do my job, but on top of that, can I try some product management principles? So when you do these courses and things like that, try and apply these principles to your company. And who knows, down the track, if your CEO or manager sees value in it, they may just move you into a head of product or product manager position. Number 4, so this is probably the most interesting one that I personally see as a recruiter of product managers, and I've hired product managers maybe a dozen in the past few years. And what I usually look for, especially in these entry-level positions or someone with not much experience, is what have they built themselves? So you may not need to be a developer to do these things. You can use no-code tools, you can use other things. But having that discipline to sit down and build a product from 0 to some prototype and showing your work. How did you do research? How did you come up with the product features? Did you do user testing, user interviews? All those things add into a portfolio. So my best advice to you, if you're looking for a product management job and you want to make a leap within 6 months, spend a month and a half on a product each. So you go from user testing, user interviews, customer discovery, build a prototype, test it, launch it, see what the feedback's like, and do that a couple of times because that will build up your portfolio to an extent where a hiring manager such as myself will be really impressed with the work that you've done. So those are my 4 tips for you if you want to break into the product management industry. If you're not sure where to start, maybe consider joining an entry-level program where we help you build something within 6 weeks and get a bit of experience before you get your first job. So you can sign up at entrylevel.net. Anyway, I hope that helped. Feel free to follow our socials if you want to learn more. Catch you later.